Hello everyone, welcome back to Lotus Scope. This is May Jin, and you see the thumbnail, you see the title, today we are going to be doing a reading on Harry Styles. Now this is a viewer requested reading, but it's also coming at a weird time. I know I planned to have this video done earlier, but just because the sake of this month being my happy month and the actual start of the spring and everything like that, I just kind of got lost in the sauce and didn't get around to it. But here we are nonetheless. I'm coming through with this reading. And if you don't know, or if there's something more you would like to add to this, the last bit of news I heard about Harry Styles before things have gone kind of like mute was that, a lot of people felt that his album was a bunch of like recycled music. A lot of people was comparing it to Bruno Mars and what they call his Cash Grab album. And he's recently dating Zoe Kravitz, I believe. And he was getting talked about online, or maybe there was some debate going online about whether or not he got hair plugs, I believe. And so yeah, that was the last bit of news I heard about Harry Styles before things have kind of just gone to the wayside, kind of gone quiet. I do believe he's supposed to be going on tour this year as well. I don't know when. I really don't care because I'm not going to go see him. And that's not being shady or anything like that. It's just, Harry Styles isn't my kind of cup of tea. I think the only album I would have went, but I was late on the train because I don't follow him like that, was his the album where he had Watermelon Sugar and what is that song? It'd be like Walk Through Fire for You. Adore You. I love that freaking song by him. That was a good album just because of those two songs by themselves, bops. So yeah, but before I get into this reading, if you are new here, hello, thanks for checking me out. If you are returning, you're a real one, but you can skip ahead because you already know what I'm about to say. I have introduced myself as a spiritual translator when it comes to me doing tarot. That means, in a sense, that with actual translations that happen in everyday language, that there is room for misinterpretation or mistranslation or no 101 exact interpretation of what I'm going to be giving you. But I try my best to give the message that I am receiving from spirit and give it straight to you. However, because I am the vessel that it is coming through, I can flub up. And I'm okay with that. And I need you to be okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, this is probably not the space for you. I will also like to have you join me in exercising your power of discernment to better understand what I am trying to get across to you. Because sometimes I will give scenarios or feelings and things like that, but I'm just trying to get whatever spirit deems me worthy to receive, or for you to hear, and give it to you as straight as possible. But also because I am using tarot, the medium I am using, and because I am the translator here, I do also want to mitigate some issues here with anybody who is trying to be litigious and saying that all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only, okay? I don't want anyone to come after me because I misspoke, or, said something that wasn't necessarily true, but I was just trying to give like a reference point, and you tried to deem me as being like, I don't know, trying to smear somebody's character or being or doing it mischievously or anything like that. That's not my intention. Most of the time I just do this out of curiosity and to practice my gifts, okay? So if you are okay with that, we can proceed forward. Now, for those of you who are returning, welcome back. We are going to start shuffling these cards and we are going to get into Harry Styles energy. We are going to make this an energy reading because, as I stated previously, I don't know what this man has really been up to. I don't keep up with him. So if there is something that I state that you already know, Congratulations. But I don't follow. And it's good for me to know if you tell me that I'm on the right track, okay? But I just try to, again, give it to you straight, no chaser. So let's see here. Let's get into Harry Styles' current energy, spirit. Okay. Let's get into British pop star Harry Styles' energy. Let's see what we get. That was a whole book. Okay, we do have this one coming out first. It's the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, wait. This is also coming out, the Star. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep these three flipped down. I think it's three. We'll see in a minute. But I want to read the ones that we actually got here so far. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Star, and the Knight of Pentacles all in reverse. To me, first and foremost, this is screaming that he is concerned about his star power. I also know with, or the way I understand it, I should say, is that with star power comes influence, comes money, comes opportunities, and those kind of things. And I think he feels like the wheel is kind of drying up on him. I don't know if maybe he feels like he's kind of aging out of things or something going on here. Maybe there's time for some kind of like reinvention that is needing to happen. But there, to me, there seems to be a growing concern over his opportunities, his influence, his star power, those kind of things. Because right now, again, if this was, what was that, 2015, 2020, Harry Styles dropped an album, we would not hear the end of it. It would still be going. It would still be a lot of circulation going on the radio. He would be in a lot of playlisting. But right now, it seems like that well is kind of drying up. Some things is changing here. Now, some additional cards that did fall is, ooh, the Ten of Swords. What's going on here? Why it feels like midlife crisis type stuff. Five of Pentacles as well. Then we have the Magician. And then we have the Wheel. Okay, so I feel like he is in a funk right now, but I think the funk needs to happen in order for him to get to the other side of things, because we do have the Magician and the Wheel coming up here at the end and the upright. So I think things are a little hard, a little I would say challenging. Yes, things are a little challenging for him right now, but I think he's going to end up coming out on the other side perfectly fine. The other yeah, see, there's a creative blockage here, because we also have the Ace of Wands coming up in reverse. If you need to see that there, see that up close. Let me pull that back. And then we also have the Nine of Cups. What is it that he is wanting to do? He's going to have it fulfilled, though, because he has this Nine of Cups coming up here. So that lets me know that there is some hope here. There's some good luck, because the Nine of Cups is coming up in the upright. And who is this Queen of Swords? I don't know who the Queen of Swords is. I know typically, if you've been to my channel before, you watch my channel before, oftentimes when I say I see that the swords come up, or the pentacles, I'm like, that is the music industry all day. But I don't get that right off the rip with this, so I am going to hedge my bets and say I'm not sure what that energy is. It could be a person, it could be an industry, or it could just be him struggling right now with his authenticity, or his yeah, I would say authenticity. Yes, I'm going to say authenticity, because that was a word that wanted to come up first and foremost. Okay, let's see if I can get some clarity here. What is the growing concern? I feel like I should get... Okay, before I pull the archetype cards, let me see if I can get some more clarity on why he's concerned about his stardom and his star power. Okay, so I had a chunk of cards that fell out together, and that is the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the upright. The Tower and the Ace of Cups comes up in the upright, but the Ace of Swords come up in the reverse. Okay, what I think it is, what I think it is, I think he wants to do a dark album. Because I feel like that's kind of like where he is emotionally, or maybe he did do a dark album with this recent one. And maybe people just aren't biting it because they want the happy poppy star. Or again, because I haven't listened to this album, so I'm not sure. Or he wants to do a dark, it's kind of like giving me dark horse, like a dark horse kind of like album or something like that, but he's afraid, or maybe his company is afraid of the reception people are going to get from it, um or the reception he's going to receive from doing the out that kind of like album, because people want to see happy poppy stuff. But I think authenticity is the thing right now. I think a lot of people are looking for authenticity when it comes to artists. So I don't know, but I don't know Harry Styles fans like that either. So who knows how they're gonna receive it. However, I do also have the King of Wands. Something makes me feel like he is not in line with his music right now, the way it sounds. He also has the Hermit. Can you blame any of these cards coming up for Harry Styles right now? Think about what has transpired in the recent, what, 4 years, 3 years. You know, we have gone through a pandemic. He has lost somebody, whether he liked him or not. You have lost somebody close to you that was in a group, almost kind of like a brother or a father figure to you. Um, you are growing up, and there's a lot of things changing in your life. Who knows what personal things are going on with him? You know what I mean? Like, look at this, Three of Swords. I think there is something else that he wants to do, or maybe he wants to just focus on acting. But something makes me feel like there's like a, I don't know, maybe almost like a bad boy image thing he wants to tap into. But again, I think either him or his label are scared of how people are going to receive it. I don't know if that's what's been going on with him lately, but okay, let's see what else I'm going to get here. I'm not counting these. It's because I'm trying to put my ring back on because it's trying to slide, and I'm popping cards out that shouldn't be. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's like two that wanted to come out right here. But I'm gonna shuffle and make sure, see which one wants to come out. Yep, okay. Figured that wasn't it. So, oh, it was a lot that fell here. I didn't notice that. I thought it was just the one. Okay, so let me read these out to you in the order in which they were received. So we do have the hedonist coming up in the shadow attributes, which read pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. Again, I'm not surprised that this is the energy that is coming up for him, because again, think about what has recently been going on in the world. Okay. We do also have bully, also coming in the shadow attributes, saying conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Okay, this is what the bully card looks like, so you all can see what that is. Okay, and then we have the beggar. Oh, these are a lot of like shadow attributes. The beggar is also saying dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. That to me is more so like hermit energy. He is closing himself off, or um I just learned this word and I don't remember. I think it's like a German word, when it's you don't, when you're like, you want to be around people, but before you can even, when somebody invites you to something, you immediately say, no, no thanks. And then you sit at home and you're like, now you're just like, oh dang, I should have went out. You feel like you're missing things, and you kind of get like anxious or you have some kind of like anxiety, but you keep telling people no even though you really want to go out kind of thing. It's a German word and I can't think of it right now, but yes, it's like the feeling that's coming up for me with this. It's like he wants to be around people, but then at the same time it's like I really just want to be by myself. And then he also has Don Juan's. This is in the light attributes. This is saying spotlight your positive, seductive qualities that's going on here. To me, there seems like there's a lot of lustful energy that is coming up with him. And then we also have Goddess. It's so hilarious to me how many feminine cards I get when I read on him. It doesn't mean that this is speaking out about his sexuality, but maybe it's just more so just like his comfortability in his sexuality. You know, that yin and yang, that masculine and feminine energy. He has a good balance of it in himself. But it does come up in the shadow attribute saying exploitation of the female nature and form. So my boy is overindulging. He's overindulging in the femininity. See, before I was about to put my foot in my mouth. I did put my foot in my mouth because I started speaking on it before I read the card. The Don Juan, the Goddess, and the Hedonist card here makes me feel like, yeah, my boy is letting the little head lead him right now. And I'm gonna put these to the side. Let's see what is the underlying energies that we're getting here for Harry. We are getting the Martyr, and this is also coming up in the shadow attribute. Addiction to self-pity. Okay. Addiction to self-pity. And then we also have the Thief coming up in the light attributes. And this one is reading sheds light on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Okay. And then we also have the Shapeshifter also coming up in the shadow attributes. And this one is saying projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. That sounds like typical pop star behavior to me. What's the persona? What is the brand that I'm selling right now? Tell me what I have to do and I'm going to do it. And again, that is where I think the struggle for the authenticity is also coming in at for him as well. One last thing I'm going to pull on here. This shouldn't have to be a long reading. What's going on with Harry Styles' love life? I know the girlies wants to know. That's like always a thing. What's going on with his love life? Oh, okay. We have the Eight of Cups, okay? Then we have the Page of Pentacles. I don't think he's pouring a lot of time into dating. He's getting over some kind of heartbreak. With this Eight of Cups, to me it feels like I'm, especially following this Page of Pentacles coming up in reverse. Usually for me, Pentacles isn't always money. It's usually like resources. So time, money, power, influence, materials, those kind of things. It's kind of like what resonates for me when I see the Pentacles. And for me, especially with the Four of Pentacles following afterwards, and then you have the Four of Swords, to me this feels like he is reserving his energy. He is being very stingy with his energy, or selective with his energy and his time when it comes to dating. I think he is like, I could see him very much being like, this is what I want to do. If you don't like that, fine. Moving on to the next person, because if you're not with it, somebody else will be, or they'll say they will, and I'll do whatever I want and go about my business. I think he is very much like protecting his heart, or he's just in this emotional space right now where he's like, I don't think I have the bandwidth to pour into somebody else right now. Like, I just don't think I have it. Underlying energy, it feels like he might be happy with that right now with this Ten of Pentacles. But King of Cups, not really making connections with people, maybe being emotionally manipulative. It's funny, the same cards. Oh, wait. Two of Pentacles. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles coming up in reverse. Okay, hold on. Tito. Um, yeah. Okay, so with his love life right now, okay, I would be surprised if he is going steady with somebody right now. You know what? Not steady, but I would be surprised if he is in a serious relationship with somebody right now, because I don't think he's going to take it very serious. I think he's very much in this space of just like, it is what it is. I'm just gonna go out here and have fun. We're gonna rock and roll with it. And if you're not with it, say so now, or forever hold your peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he's just in this space right now where he is. I don't know. Is it kind of like reclaiming some of his reclaiming some of his individuality, his boundaries, assertiveness, sexuality, sensuality, and some of the words that's like popping up in my head. But I think he is okay with just kind of like being where he is right now, because again, I don't think his focus is on romantic relationships right now. I think he's more so focused on maybe his career, or just like healing himself, period. And maybe he also feels like right now is not like who he is right now, or what he's going through right now is not conducive to like starting or having a serious relationship. And then let's wrap it up. After this, we're gonna see what comes up. Let's get some clarifying cards here. Oh, okay. I have four cards. So I feel like these came out, then this one. Okay. So we do have Rebel coming up in the shadow attributes. This is rejecting legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. My boy, y'all, for real, tell me down in the comments. Has there been rumors or things going around that he's kind of has like a underlying bad boy streak or something going on? Cause this is giving bad boyish behavior. Like this feels like something I will pick up for like a rock star. Um, allegedly. Um, And then I have Addict also coming up in shadow attributes. And this is saying compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your spirit. This also came up in the shadow attributes. I'm just showing it to you in the upright so you can read it if you want to pause it for a second. Then I also have Child Wounded. This is also coming up in shadow attributes, which reads blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resist moving on through forgiveness. Did he get taken advantage of when he was younger in a relationship? I mean, this is Hollywood. I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel like there's an older woman energy coming through here that he is trying to like exercise or something. Okay, then we also have Queen. Yep, I'm gonna say it's an older woman. I don't know who this lady is. Shadow attributes becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling, and demanding. Um, is this person still very much close in his day to day life or something? It feels like there's something dealing with the older women. I don't know. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for Harry Styles energy reading. Let me know what I probably spoke on or misspoke on here, that kind of had your powers of discernment that I told you to exercise in this reading had your antennas going up, and let me know down in the comment section. If you like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more readings like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, selecting it to all, so you can see the next time I upload. With that, I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.